but it's also hard for them to bring down any heroes in the opposite team.
Whoa, that
Great
double
burst.
kill on another blast.
Reaper Scythe not going to be enough to close out the Witch Doctor, but they're more than enough follow-up damage to kill him off.
It's a really, really convenient fight for the Radiant because now they can take the tower. And a tier 2 tower taken at 16 minutes. This is exactly what you need to do against an anti-mage, especially one who has to go Midas. Put that pressure on early.
Yeah, I'm just very confused, too, because the Venge wasn't even using the Midas for a while. I thought about 20 seconds of cooldown before that fight even started. So, yeah, not getting the boots, just going straight for the Glimmer. I think it's just this Venge is focusing on getting some of the utility and trying to save their team and not even thinking about the boots at this point. Like, it's just a little bit of an oversight.
I mean, please buy boots. Walking around at 290 speed is so depressing.
Viper Strike on Roxy Roro. They also have the Malediction. They're going to have 3 heroes going in, pushing hard. At least they didn't commit the Death Ward.
I think that's a case of too aggressive warding.
Dendi also getting slowed down just a little bit. The Necrophos gonna be able to make it away. They don't have the slows in range just yet to take out the Necro.
I notice he's changed his mind on his build. He's no longer going for Radiance, but he's going Sanj and Kaya first item, which is a very interesting choice for a Necro.
A little bit unorthodox.
It definitely is. I mean, yeah, it's just weird. Kaya, I guess his spells are very expensive, 190 on the Death Pulse, and his Scythe goes up to 500 mana, but I still don't see that as a standard item, but yeah, it's still a good item.
Yeah, what would you like to see him pick up in exchange for that? Instead of...
I'd like to see him get Guardian Greaves. I'd like to see potentially a Blink Dagger, maybe a Scythe of Vice. But basically some more supporting items. I don't think he should be building items just for himself. They definitely could do with the Guardian Greaves. If he likes to, you know, get big kills with his ult, he could even get a Veil of Discord. That buffs the damage coming out from Pugna and Luna and Ogre. So something along those lines. I think building Sanj and Kaya, that's quite selfish, I guess. Quite greedy. Maybe not greedy, more selfish. Yeah, I think that Pos 3 Necro should be buying items to help his team.
I can definitely agree with that. And I think that's one of the things that you see a lot in Pos 3 players, or players that are playing heroes that are outside of the typical Pos 3, is looking for much greedier items than you would typically get on a Pos 3, not playing the role, so to speak.
Yes, I mean, I've played Pos 3 Razor, I've played Pos 3 Puck, I've played a lot of Pos 3 heroes, it's one of the roles I play. But I will still go for those items the team needs, even if that's not, you know, the standard build for that hero. It's nice to have a mech, basically. It's always a good item to have. Looks like they may find a kill.
Viper.
They didn't want to commit the swap for some reason. Oh, they do now.
Yeah, Eclipse committed, but down goes the Luna very quickly. Double silence. Stroke of Fate pushed, using the Ember Spirit, and they've got the Phantoms coming back. They're going to send them back in again, but that Nether Ward is going to do a lot of work. Also, sucking the Witch Doctor, keeping the Pugna very healthy. That's going to be a great turnaround in a pretty equal fight for the Radiant.
It's a 2-for-2 exchange, but they did manage to kill the Pos 1, so medium bots have lost their Luna. That's a much bigger loss. Whereas this anti-mage, he's just chilling, farming the jungle. He's very close to Battle Fury. In fact, I think he's already got it. Yeah, 20-minute Battle Fury and a Midas. This is quite a farmed hero. Look at the losses, look at the net worth. He's already sailing ahead.
He's going to lose his courier under the tower, unfortunately. But
yeah,
that's after the Battle Fury, so he's just going to accumulate gold and steal the bounties for good measure.
Witch Doctor ult was committed in the mid lane. They did manage to get a kill onto the Pugna. I think that's a good trade, a mid laner for your support. And that also stops the push, because now you don't have Pugna to just blast away at the tower. But they may try and go for the tower regardless, we're going to see.
I like the interplay between these two teams. It really feels like medium bots are the aggressors, this big pushy comp. They've got Luna, they've got Pugna, they can just shred towers and creeps. But you've got Viper, Witch Doctor, you've got Grimstroke, very good heroes at anti-pushing. on Goose Gang, so they're going to be able to hold the game longer. Viper's caught in the middle here with an Invis rune, sees everything that's going on. He's going to get the Viper strike out, looking for the Luna kill. No bouncing blades inside of that Nether Toxin. And a beautiful stroke of fate. It's going to bring down 2 heroes, almost a third. Dendybot taking so much damage, falls in the back end, but not until he gets a scythe to finish off the Viper. Pugna now caught out. The Yules, this is going to be a dead Pugna, I feel. Sucking, he's going to stay alive for a little bit longer, but that's enough to get the kill onto the Pugna in exchange for the Viper, I think.
Are they going to find a kill on Roxy? They're trying. Yep,
Roxy
it's going to be a
turned
kill.
around.
That's a full team wipe. I was just about to say Anti-Mage really should be turning up to these fights, but he doesn't need to. They won a 4 versus 5 team fight, a full wipe, and Anti-Mage had complete free farm during that time. So that is literally the best possible outcome for them.
He's also putting pressure in that off lane as well. They're going to get the tier 1 without him touching the tower.
I mean, they're actually losing in kills on the Dire, on Goose Gang, but I think they're winning by quite a lot now.
Their power spikes have all hit right at this point in time, and they're able to take these monumental team fights. Bot and the Luna just farming out the jungle a little bit, dangerously low on health. If anybody spots her right now, I think that's going to be a dead Luna. Dangerously close to the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage just going to run away after the Lucent Beam. The full rotation in. We've also got a Wave of Terror just out to scout.
Whoa, that Eclipse did not last very long, immediately deleted by the Mana Void.
They're gonna catch Betabits here. Way too far forward.
Way too far. Look where his team is. They're on the other side of the river. And Anti-Mage, he's long gone.
Putting more pressure on the lane, non-stop farming. He's gonna have the Manta in probably about 2 minutes, if that. How quickly he's farming.
This is just great Anti-Mage play, because he can just split push the whole time. He doesn't even need to turn up. I mean, as long as his team know that he's not turning up to a fight, they shouldn't expect it if he's just going to play like this all game. But I think this is the correct way to play. Some people don't like the split pushing style of gameplay. It is quite boring, it's quite frustrating, but I mean, no one can kill this Anti-Mage easily, so why not just farm? Keep split pushing.
If you're on medium bots, what do you think your answer to this is going to be? How do you need to play this game when the Anti-Mage is level 18, almost has his Manta, and just running out of control?
It's almost too late at this point. What I would have done is gone Travels, Boots of Travel on the Pugna. This way you can easily turn up to a lane, anti-push it really quickly, go back to the mid lane, you know, run around with your nearly 500 move speed. At this point in the game, right now, I would be thinking, right, we're going to have to kill a fed Anti-Mage. It's going to have to happen. We need to start building some control items. I would be going for a Scythe on the Pugna and not this Atos. I mean, Atos will work. It looks like a big fight has broken out in mid lane. Out comes the Grimstroke ulti, the double Viper Strike as well. Viper, his spell life still is keeping him alive. Witch Doctor ult fully channeled. It's going to bring down Pugna as well. He's keeping himself alive with the Yules. Anti-Mage has turned up to the fight. So I did talk about him split pushing, but now he is here. That's 4 kills for the Dire. Now they are quite far ahead.
And that started with a smoke.
Would it be 5 kills? They're down,
it may be. Anti-Mage is staying here. They're looking for the kill onto the Viper. Down he will go anyways.
Yeah, he does get a cheeky kill. Viper sent back to the base for 70 seconds. Enough time to make himself a cup of tea.
The engagement that medium bots took there onto the Viper, onto Betabits initially, was out of smoke. They had some vision above the area inside the jungle, but taking that particular angle, getting caught at that particular moment with the team just out of reach, able to collapse in, was so unfortunate. This Luna might die here again. Popping the Eclipse, trying to save herself from the Anti-Mage. There's the stun out. Not the Anti-Mage, I'm sorry, the Ember Spirit. Swapping defensively to try and save. Barely living.
That, I cannot believe that Luna lived from that. I mean, the Eclipse went almost entirely into a creep wave, but the nice swap at the last second, big stun from Roxy. Another triple multicast. Good Ogre player.
Very good collapse onto that save from everybody on medium bots, really. Saving the Luna and getting 2 kills out of it.
Please buy some boots, man. Please.
Oh, no, still...
He's
no
committed.
boots.
He's like, nah, I don't need boots. I've got Midas. Boots are for losers and you know, supports.
Might's not even using the Midas on the wave either. Can take out a catapult, can take out a camp in the jungle, just a random creep. But just finding that it's better to hold on to the Midas for the possibility of finding something good to hit with it.
I mean, you've got to Midas something, otherwise it's just wasted.
Exactly. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it.
Yeah, true. Anti-Mage is here with the Manta style, so he's pretty strong. Luna's walked straight into him. Big crit coming out from his Imp Claw. And there's the kill. Mana Void. He's now level 21. He is so high level. And he's blinking in. Pops the Mana Shield. They've gotten a nice Grimstroke ulti Soulbind, keeping them in place. Double Cask is going to go out. That's a lot of Cask. That's just going to stun everybody. Double Viper Strike as well. Witch Doctor ult. It's going to be uninterrupted. It's just slicing through the enemy team. And that's going to be a full team wipe in, what, 5-10 second fight?
I think this is going to be just the end of the game. And I think that Goose Gang's taking game 1. I don't know how you're going to turn this around.
I feel like it's already too late. The problem with playing against an anti-mage is you have to be on top of the game straight away. Can you shut him down? Yes? Great, that's what you should do. No? Well, we need to start itemizing to fight him. They haven't really done that. He split pushed a lot. I'd like to see Boots of Travel. He needs to be locked down because your team don't have many stuns. I would like to see Scythe of Vice on a core. But instead, they kind of didn't really build those items. I mean, there was an Atos being built by the Necrophos, but now he's turned it into a mech. So,
it felt like a half committal by medium bots, where they'd thought about, okay, we're gonna get the Atos. Wait, no, we're not. But even then, if you take it, it's still not an item that's gonna really lock him down. There's a travel time. It's only a route, and it's not a long enough duration for you to really get the chance to smack down the anti-mage.
It's an early game item. I think if Necrophos wanted to first buy it, like, you know, Phase Boots Atos, I would have understood that, to be honest. But it's a bit too late. Now that Anti-Mage has Manta, you need some harder lockdown.
Yes. But they're gonna pull back. They can't take Roche. This is Roche off. So you've got at least one more fight probably in the medium bots, but they're down 16,000 gold. They're down 4 kills, and you're down by 9,000 gold to an anti-mage.
Yeah, this anti-mage's farm is insane. Look, they found him, but do they have the means to kill him? I don't think so. No, absolutely not.
He's just gonna go danger.
In. Oh no, actually, never mind. Never mind, I take that back. Reaper Scythe into a full Lunar Eclipse is actually enough damage to kill him. Are they going to find anything else? They do get the Witch Doctor. Okay, I was wrong. If they pop everything, they can bring him down. But he was quite greedy, let's be honest.
If he would have just blinked out, he would have been fine. Instead, he goes for a 1-on-4 fight.
Oh dear, typical anti-mage players. It's a shame. I mean, yeah, I would have blinked. I would have been out of there instantly as soon as I saw a hero in my jungle. But, you know, he's still got buyback. He's still miles ahead of net worth.
There's still a split push, too. The Ember Spirit pushing in the top lane. Just trying to put a little more damage out there, get himself some more farm, and he'll be coming back probably on a Remnant, or even with a TP. Whenever it's time to fight.
They might have Pugna, who can slowly chip away at the tower, but it's going to take them way too long to take it. Anti-Mage will be up by then. And they see, they've lost their tier 2 tower.
Viper overextended. He's going to go down here. Pugna's life drain doing so much damage. They're trying to save it, but down he goes to a Lucent Beam.
Nice pickoff. Again, Viper needs to just be a little bit careful, stay as far back as he can. He shouldn't really be frontlining, not with his build.
I almost feel like, just based on watching this game and seeing the way that Grimstroke and Pugna interact, that it wants to be like a classic matchup, kind of like Pugna or Coddle, where they're just trying to push and counter push the entire time and clear out waves.
They are going to get a little bit of push in this mid tower. This Luna is low. Be careful, Luna. Ah, being healed up by the Pugna. Oh, never mind. The cast causing havoc amongst their team.
They haven't gotten a lot of big casks, but the ones that they have had are pretty impactful. It's been either stupendous casks hitting all the heroes back to back to back, or just one bouncers the whole game.
Yeah, the casks that go with the Soulbind, you've got 2 paralyzing casks bouncing around, and he's got the +2 cast bounces, so that's 10 bounces on 2 casks. It's very, very hard to avoid.
And I believe that the Soulbind max distance is within the minimum distance. Oh, we're going to see a face-off between Anti-Mage and Luna. There is the Ogre Magi here as well, using the counter spell, trying to hold on for a second. There's the Eclipse. Down goes Luna. Eclipse on cooldown. Now we've got Ember Spirit moving in as well. Going to be diving onto the Pugna. Pugna Yule's up. There's the Soulbind, keeping them in place. And that's going to be 2 dead heroes on the front line as well. Roxy Roro almost brought down. The Invis Vents trying to escape will not make it away. 4 dead heroes. The only one alive is Necro, just split pushing and fixing the lanes in the bottom lane.
See, that's a situation where Necro should not be without his team. If they want to stop pushing, anti-push the waves, they really should have this boot to travel Pugna go and do it. That's why I've been advocating the travels. See, if you don't have Necrophos there, you're 4v5, and you really don't want to be fighting 4v5.
And now it could be a 1v5. He's Ghost Shrouding away just a little bit, but you've got a lot of catch on this team. Missing the Maledict, catching the Searing Chains, and now Anti-Mage just flying in, removing all of the mana and all of the health.
Yeah, this Anti-Mage now has Abyssal Blade. He is pretty farmed.
The only thing we're really missing is a little bit of lifesteal.
Maybe a Vlad's could be bought. Could see that on a +3 Viper. Maybe even a support.
See it on the Viper, I could see it on the Witch Doctor, I could see it on the Grim.
Oh, poor Viper. He's a little... Oh, no, actually, being saved by his team. Glimmer and 4-staff. There's a second Glimmer. But I don't think he's going to get away from this. Oh, Willie, another 4-staff. Wow, they have a lot of save him. He's going to do a little juke. But then he reveals himself by attacking. I'm not sure that was smart. Unfortunately, he's going to get brought down.
This Viper has been consistently a little bit too far ahead. I feel like he's just really hungry, wants to get these kills. It feels like it's a bit of a team deathmatch still, you know?
Yeah. Well, if this was one of the rules of the game would be over. 30 kills on the Dire.
But there's been constantly just the posturing that this Viper has been doing is just always being a little bit ahead, a little bit greedy. Medium bots now thinking, oh, this would be a great time to take Roche. We got one of their here. Oh, wait. No Roshan available due to one of the custom mods we have.
Yeah, he's happy just chilling in his pit. No one's going to disturb him.
A couple of clarities being delivered to the Anti-Mage. Apparently he wants a little more mana regen. He's looking for Scotty. Scotty on the Anti-Mage. What do you think?
I think Scotty's a good item. It gives he's blinked onto a little cliff, can't move anywhere. Yeah, it makes you even tankier. It slows attack speed, so that's quite good against Luna. It gives him a bigger mana pool. He's got that 20% counterspell magic resistance, so he's already very hard to bring down. Now the Reaper Scythe and the Luna ult will do even less to him. Look at his magic resistance, 73%.
Smoke in the mid lane pop. There's the Witch Doctor ultimate, but he's going to get stunned and brought down immediately. I think that was 2 shots from Death Ward.
But look at the split push the Dire have going on. The Radiant have literally 1 creep to push. Oh, it's gone. But they might take the tower. I think they will actually get the tower. Or maybe not.
Benefit's running forward again, trying to hold a little bit. There's the Eclipse. They're actually using this Soul Bind and Phantom's Embrace. And now Anti-Mage is back here. Huge mana void onto 2 and just mopping up.
You can see why he has a Clarity in his backpack now. He is on completely 0 mana. Looking for the right voice line. 6,000 gold and ultra kill for him. He is over double the next net worth on the enemy team.
I think that there's no coming back from this. The Anti-Mage is so far out of control. He has the Scotty being delivered to him now. He's not even walking down the lane. He's waiting for the Scotty before he goes after the Rex.
Scotty actually reduces healing by 40%. Maybe he wants to pick that up against the Pugna to stop him life draining his team.
And the Necrophos. You've got 2 heroes that issue a lot of healing for your team.
Yeah, that's true. They have a mech, so I can see Scotty being quite good. Whoa, he just blinks straight in with the Abyssal Blade, wasting no time. He's going to get the Pugna killed.
And I think he feels absolutely immortal. He is out of mana. Is there a defusal, or is there just that much mana?
No, that's just Anti-Mage. I mean, his ultimate costs 275 mana. He blinks all the time. He uses his counterspell. Manta is 125 mana. Abyssal Blade is 75. You can see why cores carry around Clarities in the late game. No Roshan, despite his chanting.
This is I don't know. This is really just looking like you're gonna need to start making adjustments and mentally resetting if you're on medium bots. Like, you're not gonna give up. You're not gonna surrender. You can still take a fight and win. But if it were in my shoes, I'd be thinking about, oh my god, the anti-mage just blinking in and abyssaling immediately. Gonna take out 2 on his own, including the true sight.
Yeah, he had a double damage rune, so perfect rune to fight a 2 versus 1. He's still got the Imp Claw, so his first attack does something like 800 damage. I just saw on a creep. Probably more if he hits someone with a lot of mana like Pugna.
But if I'm on medium bots, I'm gonna try and, like, not let this game tilt me any more than it already has. I'm gonna just not even really have all of my mind here and just try and recenter myself for next game. Because this is a best of 3. You've got to set play it.
I would have GG'd out at this point. I think, there's Optimism, and then there's 28k net worth anti-mage at 36 minutes. I would be thinking, all right, what are we going to do next game? Maybe use this time to already be planning with your team, potentially, because, yeah, there's a Fed anti-mage and there's this anti-mage.
Yeah, I think this is beyond Fed. This is a gluttonous anti-mage. This is like a caricature.
He says 400 last hits, as well as having a Midas at 8 minutes in the game. Yeah,
I think they've learned their lesson.
Yeah.
You don't have the anti-mage pick up the Midas. There's the Soulbind. Oh, man. They can't even move at all. The double mana void. They're just leaving the ogre. They barely even care about it. Anti-mage is just... Where even is he? He's back and just waiting for the creeps. He's taunting them.
He's got his Abyssal Blade up in 10 seconds. He's going to be looking for another kill.
They're going to go for Megas. They're not even bothering with trying to take out the tier 4s and end the game. They're going to go for Megas and just let them do the trick.
Well, they've got one more tower to kill. Wow, they just go straight. They
Abyssal
just
onto Dendy
non-stop. Literally, Anti-Mage sees someone, he presses Abyssal. It's as simple as that.
Oh. It really, really hurts too. Everything from medium bots. They played a phenomenal early game. They had this strategy all laid out, and then you have this show up. This just monster who hates all of your team's magic. There's the moral victory. Ogre got the kill. Ogre killed the Ember. Tips go out, everybody. Moral victory. We're happy.
It's the small things that count. It's the little victories. Yeah, really strong start from the Goose Gang.
Now, we're going to have to see how they play this out, though. There was a little bit of casual eco, like holding back their spies for the medium bots. Goose Gang almost bought out. So they've got, I want to say, 9, maybe 10 spies remaining, plus whatever they may have accrued during the contracts that they played for that round.
Well, according to my notes, Goose Gang had 6 spies after they spent their 10. And so, yeah, with winning the contracts, with winning the game, they should have enough to buy out again. And I think if you've won game 1, you're going to put everything in on game 2. You're not going to risk a best of 3. You're going to just put everything on the next game.
Okay, no, you're right. For some reason, I thought that they didn't pick up Warthog. Let's actually take a look at the scoreboard. I'm curious to see if they kept to the terms of Warthog. So, looking at the wards purchased, it doesn't look that way. All of the sentries were bought by Wii, but there were 2 observers purchased by Pugna and by Roxy Roro.
It may have been the wards you buy at the very start of the game that you buy in the, the initial phase where you can buy the wards. In which case, that's not really in the game. It doesn't matter who clicks that. So,
true.
If those were the 2 wards, then I'd say it's fine.
Definitely, you've got to be pedantic about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, we're going to be ruling on this. It looks like they had all the components of Holy Locket, but they did not combine them before the game ended. If it's up to me, I'd say the judgment is that is a contract failed.
It's a contract failure. I'm looking in the inventory. I'm not seeing a Holy Locket. I've never seen a Holy Locket.
If you look at the player items graph, you can see that they purchased all the components about 10 seconds before the game ended.
Oh, right. In a desperate attempt.
But they were not able to combine them.
But I'm not seeing on their hero, I'm not seeing on the player graph, I am not seeing the Holy Locket item.
Yep,
I mean,
that's a failed
it's not
project.
That's not
Yeah.
a Holy Locket. That's a Ring of Tarask energy booster and 2 pieces of paper.
Exactly.
Close. They thought about it like 3 seconds before the Ancient went down. Quick, get the Holy Locket. Ah, we forgot. Oops. Oh dear. I mean, no one really wanted Holy Locket on their team anyway, I guess. Maybe Witch Doctor could have bought it.
Well, that might hurt them going on with the series, since we're going to
What's the penalty for not completing a contract?
1 spy. And they also
One
don't get
okay.
the spies they would have gained. We're
Okay,
going to go to a
minus one
short
spy.
break. When we come back, we'll have Game 2 between Medium Bots and Goose Gang.
It does. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?